Hello, welcome to week 34 of Beloved Blackness. I'm Dr. B. So guess what I have? New business cards with Beloved Blackness. Feel free to go to www.belovedblackness.com. I'm available for consulting, training, speaking engagements, all addressing the impact of how we've internalized our oppression, the belovedness of who we are, and how to live out our dignity, value, and worth as people of African descent. I'm also doing a half-day trauma training tomorrow at All Saints Church, Pasadena on Saturday, the 12th. And looking forward to the weekend of MLK weekend in January, doing a 3-day, starting that Friday evening, all day Saturday, and 3 hours on Sunday afternoon. Additional trauma training, but specifically addressing the impact of the Ma'afa, also at All Saints Church, Pasadena. So last week I talked about the situation with Botham Jean's younger brother hugging the former police officer, Amber Geiger, who was convicted and sentenced to 10 years after murdering his brother. And I want to just first pay homage to Brother Joshua Brown, who was one of the key witnesses, and his former neighbor who was killed last week shortly after the end of the trial. So thoughts and prayers and continued concern for his family and the outcome in terms of hoping that they can find justice in terms of who's behind this. So I thought it would be helpful. I wrote something that's on my website if you'd like to read the full piece of it. I thought it'd be helpful maybe to read part of what I wrote, and it's dealing with this whole notion of forgiveness. And so I entitled it Responsible Forgiveness, but I'm going to read a portion of the end of it to you today. It's for our Beloved Blackness note. The most recent situation of Botham Jean's younger brother hugging the woman who murdered his brother complicates forgiveness by confusing it with reconciliation. Forgiveness and reconciliation are two different processes and experiences. Reconciliation cannot occur without the work of forgiveness. However, because the work of forgiveness is grounded in the love and value for one's well-being, choosing to reconcile always assesses if that same well-being will be respected and honored as the relationship is attempted to be mended. Forgiveness is personal and reconciliation is interpersonal. True reconciliation is not possible if the abuse or harm continues to be or is likely to be perpetrated. Although personal, forgiveness is also collective, which is especially important to value when the injury or harm involves people's collective identities and not solely their personal ones. Just as Botham Jean's younger brother wanted to publicly demonstrate his personal and also collective Christian faith by hugging his brother's murderer as a testament to himself and others of forgiveness, his personal actions also publicly re-traumatized people who have experienced spiritual abuse wherein shame and guilt were used as tools of condemnation in an effort to relieve abusers from taking responsibility for the damage they caused. Additionally, re-traumatization from the hug occurred when the weapons of white innocence and fragility were pedestalized, leaving the pain of anti-Blackness and its hateful and murderous expression unrepented and unatoned for. Obviously, Botham Jean's 18-year-old brother has so many experiences to manage related to the trauma of what he and his family have experienced, and his hug may have been a personal way for him to manage the immensity of that trauma. And responsible forgiveness grows from remaining aware of its personal experience into the awareness of its collective expression and impact. So on that note, think about this week what responsible forgiveness looks like to you, both personally and collectively for our people. Until next week.